Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of My Life as an Empath. This is episode 3. And in this series, I want to share my experience as an empath, living as an empath, living as a high sensitive person. How that came about, the good, the bad, the in between, all of it, and where I'm at now that I am middle age, 52 years old. And things are changing a little bit. So I wanted to kind of share that with the purpose of connecting with folks that are also going through the same experience or similar experiences, other empaths and other high sensitive people, and kind of see how does this look like for other folks as well, right? Kind of like share that. I had a plan for today, because I did talk about my childhood on the previous video, and I kind of wanted to talk about a little bit what happened after that, right? But I went to see my therapist today. This therapist that I've seen for years, and now that I'm PFML, I'm seeing her weekly. And I mentioned to her that I was doing this because I hadn't told her yet, and she just kind of like, looked at me and kind of had this thought. And then she said to me something like, can't remember her exact words, but something like, social media, how it is. Social media can be very unhealthy. It can be very abusive, very depressive. It can trigger a lot of things. So just keep that in mind. That's the way I receive the message, the comment. So, I reacted to it a little bit. I was like, oh, okay. And then I was just thinking, like, I've had another channel, which is the Weatherlicious ones, it's weather content, and I had it for a very long time. But because it's weather, I don't see that, right? It's very quick, it's very to the point, and if I get a dislike, I get a dislike, right? A thumbs down, which is fine. Doesn't bother me. I'm not making any money from any of this. So, but I didn't think what would really be my reaction if I do get very specific, very mean-spirited comments and things like that. And I kind of took it with me when I left the office. I was like, I should think about this, right? What would that look like, and how, because it's something so personal like that, right? And sharing something that I usually don't share with anybody in my regular life out here, right? Like I don't talk to people anymore about being an empath or being a high sensitive person, because it's a sign of weakness in society. If you believe me, that's how most people will see you. So I keep quiet, right? But then in this channel, with these with this series, I'll be sharing a little bit more. I'm not going to share everything or every detail, but I will be sharing more. And these are going to be, if I do get some feedback or if we get comments, these are going to be people that I don't know. These are going to be strangers. Am I okay with that? I guess that's my point. Like, would I be fine with those comments? I mean, in the other hand, if I do get them, and I'm not trying to put this out into the universe, I don't want to get them. I want people to be respectful. If you don't like what you're hearing, just go away. Otherwise, if you're interested, or if you have questions and you're not understanding any of this, ask me the question if you're still interested. But I can't control people. This is social, right? It's a social media. It's public. I don't mind a dislike or thumbs down. I don't mind that. I've had them on the other channel, but with this, because it's personal, I have to be very careful of how I would want to approach that. Do I want to keep doing these? I do, because I think that I'm excited to connect with other folks that are going through similar experiences. I think that's my biggest goal, and it's what I really hope it happens. I'm not making any money from any of these channels, so I mean, could it be a goal for later on? Sure, right? If it's healthy for me, yes, I will keep doing it. Once I see that it's not, right, that it's affecting me in any other way negatively, then it's easy for me to just not do them. But I really want to connect with other folks that are going through this. I want to learn about, and hear about how they manage it, how they manage being an empath. You know, where they're at right now in their lives. I mean, I've seen folks that know that they were empath when they were, in their teens. And I also hear folks that they're in their 70s, and now they're finally happy with all of it. So I'm very curious to know and to read about you all that have that experience, and where you are right now, right? And how we can kind of help support each other, and be like a supportive community in that way, because it is hard. It is hard being an empath and being a sensitive person. It's very hard, and when I say it's more about myself. I feel alone a lot of times. I feel misunderstood. I feel rejected. And as much as I love being by myself, like I am right now, I'm at the beach by myself. There's some people around, but you know what I'm saying. As much as I like doing that, because I need to kind of, I usually call it recover, right? I need to recover from external stuff, so I like staying by myself. But at the end of the day, I also want to be around people, right? Not all the time, but when I want to be around somebody, I want to enjoy it. So yeah, you know what I'm saying. You empaths know what I'm saying. Anyways, I'm gonna keep it short. I think I said this in the other video. I'm not good in editing these videos. I just try to record them, and this is like my 5th take, so this one's going in. I appreciate you all, and appreciate you watching the videos and commenting good stuff, and I would love to hear from you. So until next time, take care of yourself and each other. Bye.